What's going on, everyone? So, Color Out of Space was in theaters for only a day near me, so I decided to take advantage of that, given the fact that this is a Nicolas Cage movie. And, Mandy was a good movie, so I figured, you know what? Let me take advantage of this. So, for those of you who don't know, this movie is about how a meteorite hits a town, specifically this family's development area, and this family must somehow figure out how to deal with this event. This is a movie that clearly takes from a lot of B movies, as well as Steven Spielberg movies, and that can be both beneficial as well as alarming. Now, right off the bat, I will say this. I enjoyed this movie. I think that this movie was a lot of fun. Nicolas Cage is... he's a lot of fun to be had. He gives such a gonzo performance. You can't help but enjoy it. There are a lot of moments where he's really serious, but then there are other moments where all of a sudden he goes like... And it's awesome to see that, honestly. Also, huge props to the score. Colin Stetson did such a great job with the score. You might know him as the guy that composed Hereditary. Yeah, this is almost as good. Not quite as great as Hereditary score, but still really good score. Cinematography, I also really liked. I believe it was shot on film, which is, always a plus. I'm not 100% sure. I should probably fact check that, but for now, we'll go with it was shot on film, which leads me to I loved how this movie utilized a lot of practical effects. For the most part, this movie utilized practical effects, and when that was occurring, it was really cool. Reminded me a lot of John Carpenter's The Thing in that regards. The cinematography, it's not just the fact that it's shot on film. The color palette is really interesting. Reminds me of like Mandy or Dario Argentino movie, which, by the way, after the movie, there's a Q&A with the director who did this movie. And it's cool because he even said that Dario Argentino was a huge influence on this movie. And it shows, as the director of Suspiria, the original one, it really does show. Now, the thing is this. Again, I enjoyed this movie, but I did have quite a bit of qualms with the movie. I know if you've been following my channel, you probably know, yeah, of course I have qualms with movies. But I also enjoy movies, and that's why I'm trying to emphasize heavily. I enjoyed this movie. But I did have some issues. And right off the bat, I will say this. As much as I enjoyed Nicolas Cage's performance, I think that it was a bit misdirected. There were certain scenes where all of a sudden he really went crazy, and it didn't really feel like it fit the contextual nature of what was going on. It just seemed like he was having fun, which is cool, but at the same time, it's like, again, in the context of the movie, it's like, I don't know, man. I just don't know. Also, that leads me to the directing. I think some of the directing choices were really cool, but I also think that tonally wise, it was just off. Sometimes it was trying to be a B movie, sometimes it was trying to be a super serious science fiction movie, and it just didn't really blend a lot. The other thing is that I think the character development is very hit or miss. You have these kids that you're not really sure what to think about them. You kind of care about them, you kind of don't. They kind of feel disposable, but at the same time, you also feel like they could be fully fleshed out. And then the parents, the same thing applies. I mean, you understand and you respect that they are married and that they are enjoying each other's company, but at the same time, you also can't help but think that, again, this could be delved into a little bit deeper. Now, I get it, this movie is also focusing on this meteorite landing, but even that, it's very mysterious, and I do like mystery movies, and I do like art house movies, but something just told me that I wish that there was more explanation with what was going on. I know it's from the point of view of the family, obviously, and how they don't really know what's going on. But there were just certain things that happened that I personally wasn't quite sure of what the intention of that was. Again, maybe I need to rewatch the movie to fully understand what certain choices that were done. And again, it's a spoiler-free review, so I'm not going to go in depth with that. But I'm just saying, I think that there are certain choices that I wasn't 100% on board for. Some people might be. That's completely fine. But it's also that, at the end of the day, there are certain cliches in this movie that, for me, everyone has cliches in movies that they don't like. For me, there were just some cliches that I didn't like in this movie, and they just didn't rub me the right way. For instance, you have it where it's like a family that kind of, they kind of enjoy each other's company, and but at the same time, there's like a love interest that comes in, and I don't know, it's just, that whole trope just, for me, just doesn't always work. But again, I still enjoy this movie. Technical aspects are, for the most part, really good. You have Nicolas Cage hamming it up at times. Not all the time, which again, felt disjointed. But you have him hamming it up, and it is fun to watch him when he does freak out. And you know what? Even though, again, tonally, it's not always on point, Sometimes it's funny, sometimes it's super serious randomly. But at the end of the day, it's still a fun movie. And Color Outer Space, I'll be giving it a 3.25 to 5-star rating, which, for those like a hot sauce rating, it's the good old Frank's Red Hot Wing Sauce. That's right. It's okay. I enjoyed it. Maybe I'll watch it again, but maybe I won't. We'll see. So, guys, let me know your thoughts on this film in the comment section below. Did you like it? Did you not? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. And as always, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget the subscription, notification bell, and I'll catch you guys later.